I was looking through my Sega Genesis games, and there are some rare games that I have that aren't included in this video, and I think I might do another video to include those. But one that just stood out from all the rest that I knew I needed to include in this video was Musha for Sega Genesis, and it's really a great game, great shoot 'em up. I think the reason that it commands the price it does now is because they had a low print release of this, and I don't think it was really popular in the US, so it didn't get a reprint. And right now the prices are going anywhere from $100 to $250 for Musha. It depends on what all it includes. If it's complete with the manual and in the box, you know, it can go up there. But if it's just the box and the game, it can go maybe for $120 to $150. But if you have all of it together, it can go for over $200. Alright, the next game that I have here isn't necessarily just a really expensive game. It's rare for what it is, and for the system that it came out on. You just don't see them like this very much, and you don't see it in the box like this. But it's Nestor's Funky Bowling for Virtual Boy, and this is sealed in the box. I bought a Virtual Boy a couple years ago from a guy, and it was really nice, just mint in the box. And in the box itself was this seal, and you know, you just don't hardly find very many Virtual Boy games sealed in box. And Nestor's Bowling was one of the more uncommon games, not necessarily as much as like Jack Bros or some of those other ones, Waterworld, but definitely uncommon in its own right, and especially with it sealed, really makes its value go up. Alright, and the next game I want to show you is from the Nintendo 64, and this is one of my favorite games from the Nintendo 64. It had some of the best multiplayer of any game I've ever played. Local multiplayer, I'll say that, of any game I've ever played, and that is Conker's Bad Fur Day. And Conker's at the time was really risque, especially for, even with today's standards, it's very risque. And it's got amazing gameplay, really parodied a lot of the more popular franchises at the time, maybe Aliens. If you ever played the Matrix level in this game, it's awesome. And the multiplayer, the beach, oh my god, it was so amazing. We used to sit over at a friend's house and play it just day after day, all afternoon long. And really great game. But it was released very late in the Nintendo 64's life cycle. And just, I don't guess they printed a whole lot of them. There wasn't a reprint. But it's getting increasingly rare to find Conker's Bad Fur Day complete in box. And whereas it went for maybe $40 or $50 a couple years ago, now it's going for $100 to $150. So it's really gone up in price, tripled from what it was going before. Alright, and here I have, I'm not necessarily going in order of when these systems came out, but y'all just bear with me on this, I'm kind of jumping around. Alright, and here is Metroid Prime Trilogy, and this has really gone up in the past year or two. It sold for probably around $50 to $60 maybe in the collector's edition, maybe a little bit more, but now complete in box like this, it is going anywhere from $90 to $120, and seems like the price just keeps going up on Metroid Prime Trilogy. I actually got mine sealed, and I opened it up to play it. You know, I don't necessarily like a whole lot of sealed games. I know I just showed you Nestor's Funky Bowling, but I don't really play my Virtual Boy much. But this is something that I actually wanted to play on my Wii, and if it's something like that, I just went ahead and opened it up because I'm such a huge Metroid fan, as you can see. If you see Prime Trilogy out there, definitely pick it up. Really worth checking out. Great game, and definitely worth the money if you can find it for cheap. Alright, the next game is something I picked up at GameStop for the Wii, and it was a GameStop exclusive, and apparently they didn't print a whole lot of these, and I wish I would have picked up a whole lot more when I did get it, but that is Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii, and I think maybe paid $40 or $50 for this game brand new, and it's going for anywhere from $100 to even up to $200 when it's sealed. And it came with a nice little art book that was exclusive for GameStop. And I would think that this would even make it go up more selling both of them together. So, and most of you have seen this. This is Ni no Kuni. It came out recently on PS3. It's called the Wizards Edition. It includes a plush, a CD, actual spell book. It's really neat. And the game, and this is selling anywhere from $100 to $250 complete in box like this.